Well, how's the week been at training this week?
Yeah, pretty good. Very positive, which is a good thing. The girls were pretty critical on their performance last week. But we've kept it relatively positive, and I know the group's pretty keen to turn things around this weekend.
Sarah Ann and Anton comes back this week, and there's a few girls coming back from injury by Mounties. How good is it to get some numbers back?
Yeah, I think Sadie obviously spent a week off after the trial suspension, so it's been training well during that period. So she gets an opportunity to come back into the team, and just on the player that she's replacing, Georgia Thomas did a great job for us, and I think she'll only get better with the more footy she plays. So Sadie's got to come in and keep that energy up, I suppose, and back up a good performance from Georgia from the weekend.
It's very interesting to set a group between seasons of better.
Yeah, I think I think she's in her third or fourth year now as an NIW player, so she'll bring a bit of experience for us, and especially in the halves there. And one thing she was very disappointed after that trial and getting the suspension, I suppose. So she's hungry, and she'll add a fair bit of experience to our team.
So Tackle brings up her 40th rugby game tomorrow. I guess you've been along the journey in different capacities from the start. How proud are you of her and just her as a footballer and also as a leader?
Yeah, it seems like it's more than 40, to be honest, but given the small amount of games that they played earlier on when NRLW first started, it's a big achievement for Mimes, and we all know how hard she plays the game, and you get what you get with Mimes, and happy for her.
Team that Josh and Miller and Davey earlier this week for some rest, and Shay was mentioning in the media how Kenny and Sebastian Chris have helped her learn the fullback role, and you have people like Bishop, girls that kicking. How good is it just to see the clock and everything?
It's terrific. It's terrific that we get the opportunity to use the experience of some of our ex-players, and I know the girls enjoyed Wednesday. It was different for them, but I know they enjoyed it. And for the girls to have the opportunity to, work with Bish and get some feedback of some of our current NRL players as well, it's terrific.
It's Victoria's first Sydney NRL game this season for the girls, but there's also a Score Raiders game and the Harvey Norman Women's Premiership game. So how good would it be to get a good crowd out there to support teams? Yeah,
I think they get a good following, the Score Raiders, and I know a lot of our girls. Take an interest in that team as well. And then, obviously, our feeder club are playing after us, and we have got a few girls returning in that game. So, there's 3 good games of footy on, so it'd be nice to see a fair crowd out there on a Saturday.
That shift to have, I guess, the Harvey Norman women's running alongside, how helpful do you think that's going to be for you, having some of those girls that need the game time?
Yeah, I think having the opportunity to play at GIO, and our players get a different route, I suppose, to getting some footy in. It's good, and the girls that we've got coming back, it's only going to hopefully put a little bit more, I suppose, competition into the group. It's good that everyone's getting the game, and hopefully the other girls lift as well, because there's some good players coming back through reserve grade on the weekend.
Does it fill that gap, I guess, last year where you had those girls that maybe were stuck for a few weeks not getting games? Yeah,
it was definitely clunky, and it was still an improvement from the year before. But I think we worked out that we need to do a few things a little bit better with Mounties, and to have the opportunity to bring them down here and then put a few girls back into that team for this weekend. It's only going to create healthy competition, and gives them more footy.
Obviously, always you're going to have a new spine this year with players you have leaving.
Yep.
Were you expecting it might take a couple of weeks to get everything to click?
Yeah, definitely. I said to Shay on Monday, it's a big transition from centre to fullback, and one thing is she's wanting to learn, and I think she'll only get better from the weekend's game. So, and then sort of in the halves, losing another dominant half, and then having to fill that void. but yeah, comfortable with what we've got here, and Georgia did a good job on the weekend, and I know Seti will come in and back that up as well.
Sharks obviously had a great year last year. Is this a good test to see where the group really is at now? Because obviously we know a short season, you've got to kind of make these games count.
Definitely. Our Sharks are a very good team. They play fast. So they did get to the grand final last year, so they're a team coming down here after a defeat, so they're even more hungry. We're going to have to be on our toes.